So look, the depth chart for the Pittsburgh Steelers at outside linebacker getting thin due to some injuries, right? So what a perfect time to just say next man up. The Pittsburgh Steelers just signed a wrecking ball at the absolutely perfect time, and they brought back one of their own who's actually a serious force. And it's time to just bring him in, go about your business, and that's just what the Steelers have done here. They've signed outside linebacker Marcus Golden to a one-year deal. The team just announced that yesterday, and he's going to be entering his 10th year in the NFL. I'm going to go to this story on SI.com. Just check it out for yourself. 10th year in the league, signed by the Steelers last offseason, and what was his reaction to that signing? He finished 23 with 20 tackles, 14 of them solo. That's nice. 4 sacks, 6 tackles for a loss, a pass defense, and a fumble recovery. And we're talking about his 4 sacks. They were actually important on the team. They ranked 3rd on the team behind fellow outside linebackers, TJ Watt. He had, 19, and Alex Highsmith was 7. So at the very least, solid depth for the outside linebacker room. He played in 16 games as well. If you remember, he started the team's AFC wildcard game with Watt out. And what's up? This is Sports Talk Steelers. I'm your host, Sean. Hey, doing something new here. This is a brand new channel. Like and subscribe. But I'm actually a Bears fan. I have a successful Bears channel and wanted to expand. Have always followed the Steelers in the AFC, so figured why not, right? Give you guys some really good coverage, and it's also going to be some impartial coverage. I'm going to be talking about Justin Fields and how he's going to fit into your team a lot. And Justin Fields moving over to you guys was just the clincher, but I primarily love my Chicago Bears. So let's keep going here. As I said, solid depth for the outside linebacker room, and let's hear straight from Golden. I just love to compete. This is at the end of the 23 season. When you've been playing something since you were a kid, if you really love it like you did it as a kid, it never leaves. That's how I look at it. I've been loving ball since I was a kid. Being able to play it now as a man, I still have that same feeling in my heart. And I just really like this dude. He is a good guy. And earlier this week as well, they signed tight end Matt Sokol. On Wednesday, they signed the former New York Jets receiver Tariq Black. He came in as a stopgap with Roman Wilson injury. And, hopes are that Roman Wilson is going to be back for the Steelers. He was going to be an important piece. I'm going to close this down here. So kind of back with Golden, the team waived injured linebacker David Perales. And Marcus Golden steps in with that roster spot open. So by bringing Golden back, the Steelers are essentially running it back with their top 4 edge rushers from last year. So I think Golden's going to have a shot to become the number 4 outside linebacker on the Steelers roster. I mean, you've got Herbig. He's expected to take a step forward this season, right? Watch him in camp. It goes to say that Herbig would probably be the first player on the field after Watt and Highsmith, but the team is welcoming this depth, allows both of the starting veterans to stay sharp throughout the season. And personally, I want to see if Golden can rise back up the depth chart in camp. I mean, this guy can really bring it, and he's going to compete for Jeremiah Moon for one of the final spots on the 53-man roster. But I think him making the roster is really a done deal. Kind of looking back on who Gold has been, and if we kind of look at see what Golden has been. He was drafted by the Arizona Cardinals in the 2nd round of the 15 draft, appeared in 127 NFL games, started 68. Here's his career numbers: 343 total tackles, 68 tackles for a loss, 51 sacks. That's nice. 11 forced fumbles. And we're looking at his career high being 12 and a half sacks. That was back in 2016. Then he signed with the Giants as a free agent ahead of the 19 season for a cup of coffee. He had 10 sacks, traded back to the Cardinals in 2020 for a 6th-round pick. And now he has re-signed. He's signed for the 2nd time with the Steelers, looking at a guy who's had 51 career sacks. So if you're kind of looking at the lay of the land here, TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, top edge rushers in Pittsburgh. That's not a secret. his return suggests that they want more competition for Herbig, for Johnson, for Jeremiah Moon, for backup roles. I mean, at the very least, even without the injury to Paralysis, I still would have welcomed this. Just the perfect rotational edge. Not a bad signing, but I have a question. What about the offense, guys? I mean, can Golden play wide receiver? Tariq Black, he's not going to cut it. He's just a camp body. So the hope is that Roman Wilson is able to play in time for the regular season, but it's not a great thing that the rookie can't play all through the preseason and is expected to step right in at the number 2. Kind of unreasonable to think that. So just keep a watch on how Calvin Austin and Van Jefferson perform moving forward in camp and in the preseason. Hopefully it's going to work out. And I'm not even going to push forward any Ayuk trade rumors. You hear that he's going to be traded for a Highsmith, which I think would be absolutely ridiculous. I don't think the Steelers are going to do that. So right now there's no really credible wide receiver trade rumor. So I'm not even going to push it. Just give well wishes for Roman Wilson. Hope he gets healthy for the Steelers, and we'll see how the cards deal out. So you guys, it's been so great starting with this Steelers coverage. You guys have been great. Like and subscribe. Let's get this off the ground. I want to be a credible and impartial news source for your Pittsburgh Steelers. Take care, you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.